Good ones, and welcome to another mod overview, this time on InfinityBlock. Well, it simply adds in the ability for you to duplicate the items and blocks that you have in hand after you place the Infinity Block down, as far as I understand at least. So, you've got the block Infinity, which is simply made with gold blocks in the corners, iron blocks on the sides, and a diamond block in the center. And then when you place it down, you can see there's a duplicate hand item. So we just do, for example, duplication of this, we can keep duplicating it, or doubling it, obviously. We wanted to get, say, for example, more diamonds. Once I have it in hand, I can do that. If I don't do anything in hand, obviously nothing's going to happen. You can keep duplicating these. The way I would probably put this is probably using it similar to something like, I'm trying to remember what it's called. I think it was called essence powder. I'd say it's probably kind of similar to that, where it's like you get something that's particularly for... I mean, technically this mod was for early game, but I'd say that it's kind of like a... If you need something immediately to get access to a resource, definitely use it. Obviously it is fairly expensive, but I guess for like something that's mid-game and you just need the resource, you don't want to constantly keep mining for it or get... hunting for it if you have to defeat mobs to actually do things, and I'd say it's probably kind of like that in terms of what you would want to use it for, but I'd say, yeah, probably to use it in that way. Obviously this one's for crafting those resources rather than, you know, directly cheating them in via a button, but if you ever need to duplicate something because you don't want to have to constantly keep going back and doing certain things just to get access to resources, then you can. Otherwise, I guess if you wanted to cheat, you could. You know, having another star example, if it'll allow me to pick it up, and getting tons of them without needing to defeat the Wither like 100 times. And then, yeah. But that is pretty much its purpose. I think you can just break it and pick it up and put it anywhere as well. Just curious. Even with a wooden pick. Okay, I'm gonna test that properly because you never know with blocks like this where they're quite expensive and important, and you can end up breaking them. So you need to put them elsewhere. And I could have just duplicated, but, you know, don't think we can we? Nope, so iron or higher, at least, to pick it back up if you ever need to move it somewhere. So, glad I always test that somewhere, so you can always tell how long it lasts. But I guess if you wanted another type of bridge, that's 112, so that's not going to benefit anyways. But yeah, that's pretty much its purpose. Doesn't solve the issues for non-stackable items, of course, like enchanted books, I guess. Do, say, Infinity, for example. We want more versions of Infinity. So just add more to your inventory. Let's try with a bunch of blocks in our inventory and see if it removes any of those. We'll try that. I don't think it's going to add any more. No. It's just going to keep spawning them, basically, for us. Oh. Okay. That might have been because of another mod that deletes excess. So, yep. That might be why. Let's see. So for potions, enchanted books, and tools, that would be the case, I assume. We'll try, actually, something that is enchanted. We'll try, say, efficiency 4 on a pickaxe. Say a diamond one we have. Do I have an anvil around here? I do remember that. So we'll try duplicating this. Say it's a precious tool to us. We can duplicate it and we have access to that. If we damage it, will it still have the same... Ooh. So does that mean both of them have it? Okay, maybe that was just lucky there. Or it just acts on it later, so it has the same durability, the same enchantments, and so on there. Okay. See, oop. That, or it just sort of... Oh, okay. Yeah, so you can try to, but it's not very effective, I guess is probably the way to put it, unless you need to, like... try throwing these into a chest. Okay, so that's the way you could probably get them, is just randomly selecting them is not going to work too well, I don't know. Okay, so maybe they're just ghost versions. interesting, okay? I don't know if other players would be able to pick them up and then use them from there, but that would be my guess. Say if you had to use it for a map or something like that. If it was placed in the world, then you could probably use it for that, besides just other purposes in survival. Or creative, I guess. If you were filling out something in a build, say a bunch of food in a market or certain other things, you could use it for that purpose, besides just, duplicating a bunch of resources in a survival case. Then holding your hand and duplicate it, it will drop on the floor where you'll be able to pick it up. Yep, once you empty your inventory, this works very also. Okay, so there's also that consideration as well. But yeah, duplicating each square and hold 63 or 15 to 16 items like in the pills. And start getting items until you drop them in your inventory. Secondly, you can just drop one of the items each time you duplicate it. Okay, there is that. Okay. So that's pretty much the purposes of what you can use it for, and how you can go about, I guess, non-stackable items, or, having more stacks on you. But again, I do have a... Actually, no, that would be the... That one's only if you total the slot, that excess one. Never mind. Either way, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.